So if you're watching this, you probably like went to our channel and saw that there's a playlist, and you saw that this video is unlisted. We didn't really feel like pushing out deck profiles to subscribers, mainly because, I mean, our deck profiles should be taken with a grain of salt, and we're not really like the best of the best, you know what I mean? So yeah, just take the deck profile with a grain of salt. None of us really topped, so I mean, it's whatever. Anyways, enjoy the video. What is up, my big gaming gamers? So, welcome to the first deck profile on this channel of me playing Magnolia at BCS Houston. This is going to be my exact list that I took to BCS Houston. If you want to see the deck log, it'll be in the description. I am using my phone as a webcam on my computer because I don't know how to move videos from my iPhone to my computer, at least not consistently, and this is like my 5th time recording this, so if the video lags every now and then, that's the reason why. But thankfully it is just a deck profile and nothing like fast will happen, so it is what it is. Also, it's like 4 a.m. right now, almost 5, so that's why this looks kind of funny. I played Magnolia because at first I wanted to play Levidress, but that deck sucks. And if you also watch the video of me like testing the deck out the night before BCS, you'll see why I decided to last minute swap to Magnolia. So for the ride line, it's just the normal ride line. It's just the normal Sylvan Horn Beast ride line. I got the SP, very nice. The grade 2 is the only like thing that you could change in the deck. Realistically speaking, you could change it for like Goildote or something like that. I've seen people do that. The reason why I chose not to was because because this one can get you the Persona ride back if you pitch it for riding in your ride phase, or if you play Mythiarch Habitat, it is very good for that too. If you play Mythiarch Habitat on grade 2, you could get it back using this and then use it again on your first grade 3 turn, which is incredibly good. I am playing the new Magnolia, or the newest Magnolia, I guess. You get the drive +1 on your Persona ride turn only. You still get swings from the back row equal to the grade of your opponent. So you only get 2 if your opponent's at grade 2, and you get 3 whenever your opponent's grade 3, stuff like that. And when Magnolia is ridden onto Vanguard, you can revive something. You can revive a Sylvan Horn Beast from the drop, which is pretty good and enables a lot of combos. So the first card I have in here is obviously the Persona Ride. Very important card in the deck, obviously, right? You want the Persona Ride. You get the drive +1, you get the 3 swings, you get the revive from the drop. Very important. So important that I would hard mulligan for the Persona Ride. If I did not see Persona Ride, I trust that the rest of my deck is good enough to where I can mulligan all 5 cards and get Magnolia in hand. Or to try and get Magnolia in hand. The only 4 of in the deck are at the 4 of like normal unit in the deck, which is Sinceriet, the Cycler. If you pitch this on your ride phase to ride into your Vanguard, or to your next grade into your Vanguard, you can E-Blast 3 or Soul Blast 1 to draw a card. I have it as a 4 of, not because of that, but because of the second effect. If this is in the drop, you can put this to the bottom of your deck and then give any unit on your field, or any rear guard on your field, base 15k. And if you Persona Road that turn, it is base 20k. Which, on a Persona Ride turn, if you give something base 20k, Magnolia gives it a plus 5k just by itself, which means that that unit is base 25k and it can get over 1 defensive trigger, which is very good for the deck because the deck really suffers from that problem. If your opponent gets 2 defensive triggers, I mean, it's basically GG's. Like that, your game is over pretty much at that point. My philosophy with this deck is that I wanted to draw as many as possible, as many units as possible, have as many cards in my hand as possible in order to guard, because as you know, this format not very nice. Things swing for like at least 50k, so having as many cards in your hand as possible is very good. And having the guard power for that is also very good, which leads into the next card, which is Tepar, or the Elephant. Incredibly good card. I wanted to test it at 4. That's how much I like this card. It is a 10k shield, gets plus 5k if you have a Sylvan Beast as your Vanguard. It's also a 10k interceptor, which is very good. It's good to have on your field because if something swings from the back row, you can Soul Blast 1, give this guy plus 10k. It's a 20k swing, which is also very good. It gets over 1 defensive trigger. Very good card by itself. I had it at 3 because I have too many good cards, or I had too many cards in the deck that I wanted to have. But for now, this is what I have. I wish I tested it at 4, but I tested it at 2. I really did not like it. I really wanted this card in hand. The next 3 of is Comadrit. So this little pink squirrel looking thing, I like it at 3 a lot. I tried it at 2. I didn't see it enough. I tried it at 4. I liked it at 4, but again, there's too many good cards in the deck that I wanted to have in here, so 3 is good enough. In a perfect world, I would have 2 of these in rotation, but I mean, it is what it is. If it's in the drop and you ride into a Magnolia, and during your ride phase, it will trigger. You can tuck it into Soul, -1 CB for Magnolia's ability. As a reminder, in order to swing from back row, you need to counterblast 1 and target your back row units in order to use Magnolia's ability to swing from back row. This guy will stop the counterblast from going off, which means that effect is basically free. Very, very good. Its second effect, which you will almost always use if you have 2 of them, the first effect you will always use no matter what, in my opinion. Unless you have like a million CB. The second one, call to rearguard from your drop and give plus 5k to your Vanguard. That is incredibly good because you have 1 more swing, you have 1 more body on field, which can be the decider in some games. You have a body on field, it's a swing, and it's also an intercept. So next up is Voldiar. This is the replacement for Inlet because Magnolia builds used to run Inlet. Now you just run this. Basically, plus 5k if you have a grade 3 Magnolia as your Vanguard. That's not really as important. It's pretty good. Pretty good. That means it's a base 20k, but not exactly what we're looking for here. The reason why we have it in here, the reason why we have it at 3, is because if something were to swing from back row, this guy gets tucked into Soul, and you draw a card. Again, card draw. Amazing. You want... I want as many cards in my hand as possible. Of course, it's not an interceptor at the end of it, but it's still a pretty good card. The draw is, like, pretty good. I would always try to find this before grade 3. If I find it after grade 3, it's alright, but I'm not really looking for it at grade 3. I'm looking for it at grade 2. Or before that. Alright, next up is my 2-ofs. This guy's name is Kather Chaley? Whatever, I don't know his name. This is your Persona Ride searcher. Pretty good as a Persona Ride searcher. It only works at grade 3. So if you were to call this for rearguard from your hand or from the effect of a Sylvan Beast, Soul Blast 1, look at top 7, get a Magnolia to hand. The second effect is your Persona Ride will affect the back row as well, so plus 10k to the back row. Also pretty good. The reason why I have this at 2 is because, first of all, it only works at grade 3, so it's not really useful before that. Second of all, every time I see 2 of this card in rotation, I wish the second copy was another card that's more useful for the situation at hand. And again, this deck has like a million searchers, a million ways to find cards, so having this at 2 is fine. It's not really like too much of a... It's not really a big deal. If I never find the Persona Ride, it's because I got unlucky. I mean, realistically speaking, it's because I got unlucky. So I have 2 copies of Banaspati and 2 copies of Hulapoi Lilikoi. The reason why I have 2 of each is because Banaspati is a Sylvan Beast. That's very important because Magnolia can only revive Sylvan Beasts from the drop. And guess what? Hulapoi Lilikoi is not a Sylvan Beast. Because of that, I have to play this. But it's fine, because Banaspati, basically what it says is revive a unit for up to the amount of, or for every 2 grades of your Vanguard. This is supposed to be an Elder, the grade 4 Magnolia card, because you can revive 2 cards from the drop with it. And because of that, it has such a high cost it is Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1. But again, the reason why is because Magnolia can only revive Sylvanhorn Beasts from the drop. At the same time, it built a board pretty easily. What I would do is revive this, do the Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, revive this, and what Hulaploi Lilikoi does is it has two effects depending on which Magnolia you're playing, either the masked version or like a normal version like this one. Energy Blast 3 calls something from drop. But yeah, this is my revive package. Easily builds a board, 3 cards on the field immediately off of like these 2 cards. And Hulaploi Lilikoi is also a 10k shield. It's not an intercept. It is retire itself and then give it 10k shield, which is very good. I've never had it come up where that part is important instead of it being a 10k shield or interceptor, but oh well. Whenever that comes up, that'll come up. The next 2 cards are the Pink Bear and my boy Greg. The Pink Bear, what it says is, from the back row, if you were to swing, Counterblast 1, give its power, its current power, to another card. On Persona Ride turn, it's at least a 35k swing if I were to use the Cycler. Because of that, it would give 35k to another unit. What better unit to give it to than my boy Greg? So, my boy Greg is a very hard explanation, right? I had to explain this to every single opponent I had that it came up with. So basically, whenever a unit in the same column swings or attacks, let's say that the Pink Bear swings, you would Soul Blast 1 for his effect, give it plus 10k, target all the units on your opponent's field. They cannot guard with the same grades as they're on their field. So, for example, if they had a bunch of grade 1s on their field, they cannot guard Greg with a PG, because PGs are grade 1s. They can use Elementaria to get around it, which happens a lot, or which happened a lot. Every time this got guarded, it was because of Elementaria. Yeah, this is to push damage. If you end up checking a crit, easily put it on Greg, and then force out Elementaria, or force them to use a bunch of cards, save cards for it, and then a bunch of your other swings will go unfinished or unchecked, or just whatever. It's such a powerful tool to have a guard restrict like that, which is the reason why I have this in here. I tried so hard to cut these, but it's won me too many games. So, Mythiarch Habitat, broken card. Basically, whenever you play it, look at top 7, call anything your Vanguard's grade or less. If you play it at grade 2, you can use the grade 2 ride line ability to bring it back to your hand, and then use it again in your grade 3 turn. You just keep filtering out your deck. You keep getting more of your Sylvanhorn Beasts out. It's too good of a time, like, honestly. This deck looks at top X a lot, so I mean, as a disclaimer, I did take out some cards from this deck to put in other decks while I was playing them. But I will put the cards I'm talking about on screen as I take them out, and you'll see which deck I put them in. It's Levidress. But this is supposed to be Fire Regalis and the Ace unit. Fire Regalis is, I mean, look at top 5, call something. Pretty good. Pretty good. It could very easily be Twin Cast also, to be honest. Twin Cast is not a bad pick. The only reason I did not play Twin Cast is because I wanted to prioritize having a board, but it could very easily be Twin Cast. The Ace unit says E-Blast 3, Energy Blast 3, excuse me. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck, put 1 card into drop, and then call out anything from your drop. That's also pretty good. You don't really use too much energy in this deck, so another look at top 7, get something. I have my opponents cut my deck a million times. It was a great time. It was a great time. So, on to the triggers. I am playing rainbow triggers, which means I'm playing fronts, crits, draws, and heals. So this is 3 of the front trigger. Front triggers, this is effect fronts specifically. Again, plus 5k is incredibly good. The plus 5k fronts, incredibly good. I mean, the plus 5k has helped me out a lot. A lot of decks swing for 28k on their first swing. And this is like a godsend for it. So very, very good in that regard. Next up, we have for crits. They don't have to be. They didn't have to be effect crits because again, you don't really need the soul. And also, if you're calling out a crit, if you're calling out a trigger, you lost anyways. So next up is for draw triggers. They have to be effect draws. If you don't have effect draws, just play crits. Again, the plus 5k goes so far, and you basically want the draws because I mean, again, big hand. You want as big of a hand as possible, and yeah. Again, if you don't have effect draws, run crits. It's not worth not having the plus 5k shield. Heals. Again, I moved the heals over, but all four of these were these heals. They're just normal heals. I knew I was gonna go into rogue tier, so I couldn't predict what I was gonna play against. So normal heals were fine. If I knew what I was gonna play against more often, I would use effect heals, specifically the restanding heals. But for now, this one is fine. Next up is Stoikeo of OT. I mean, yeah, there's really no other OT that would be like really helpful. And then last but not least, the PGs, 3 PGs, and Elementaria. I used old Elementaria because it's just objectively better. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck profile. Again, I'm not like an amazing player. I don't really play often. But this is the deck I ended up bringing. I had a lot of fun. BCS Houston was a blast. Not specifically because of the deck, but I say that because I mean, I'm not specifically because I went 2 and 5, I guess. But realistically speaking, this is like, it was my first ever deck. I enjoyed the deck a lot. Yeah, seeing it grow, and being able to like have the knowledge to deck build this deck was just so fun. I'm not really smart enough to build my own decks, but being able to like brainstorm and figure out what I wanted to do with this was a treat. It was amazing. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. If you have any questions, I mean, I don't know if unlisted videos have a comment section, but if they do, I mean, you should. You could ask questions if you wanted to. But the reason why I wanted to record this, why I spent so much time recording this, it is now like 5 a.m. Is because I'm gonna start taking it apart for the new promo, which I only have one of. The pull rate on this is so abysmal. Oh well. Anyways, yeah, have a great day, and I don't know when the others are doing their deck profiles, but whenever they do, yeah.